is time. So if you guys, what question?
Someone's shared the mushrooms that were here.
Okay, we'll take care of that in a little bit. So,
that is
all
the
right.
most important thing.
So, guys, you know how this works. If you can, please go ahead and mute. If you don't mute, please be quiet. I'm going to do some talking. I'm going to go over our player of the month. I'm going to go over a couple things happening on the server. At the very end, you'll have a chance to ask questions. But for right now, really quickly, does anyone else need a head? Did anybody not get an autism acceptance head? ACO style. You guys noticed the AC one was very similar, but this one's an obsidian. Why? Because we're obsidian.
Can I ask a quick question, Blue?
Yes, very quick. What's up?
The content I got from replay earlier, could I still use that?
Possibly. I will talk to you about it after if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So guys, let's see. Anyone else need a head that did not get a head really quickly?
MC Rox wants one.
Is MC Rox here at Player of the Month?
No.
Wait, heads?
No.
I can put one.
Sorry, I only just joined. What's this about heads?
So we're getting ready for Player of the Month, and I had asked if anyone did not get an autism acceptance head. These are ones that we were supposed to be giving out on Autism Acceptance Day.
Is this not the one from Altcraft?
No, this is a different one. We have different stuff.
Okay, can I get it? Can I get it the moment I come on?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, well, we'll be in the middle of Player of the Month, but I will get one into your inventory. How's that? All right, so guys, you know how this works. Either mute or just don't speak, please. We're going to get through this as quickly as possible. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a break between Player of the Month and Player of the Week. Not to mention that you guys also have Fly Day coming up. So a lot of cool stuff is happening today. I want to start by just saying welcome. This is our April Player of the Month. As you guys know, Player of the Month is always the first Saturday of the month. The only reason this one got pushed back one day is because we had the Easter event on AC last week. And I know a lot of players wanted to go to that, as well as myself and the other admins needed to be there. So thank you guys for being understanding and holding out for another week for us to do this. A couple other things going on. We have the head here, the autism acceptance head. For some of you, I will put it on. It's very, very cute. For some of you, if you didn't get it, now just check with me after. We'll make sure that you guys get it. If you know of someone that is not on right now, but they also didn't get one, same thing goes for that. So, all right, the way this works is we always start. Oh, can someone let UK Aaron know where we're at? It's at spawn. You'll see a building up on the hill. It has a big number, which I don't think is updated right now, but has a big number. I want to say it's.
We must tag
What's
Telly.
embarrassing is Snow showed me this yesterday.
Yep. So, okay, guys, remember, we're not talking during this. So if you guys need to, mute yourselves. If not, just hang tight. All right, so let's get going. So this month, for Player of the Month, this person won by quite a few votes. As you guys know, sometimes it's really close. We've had ties in the past where I've had to say, hey guys, please, if you haven't voted, please vote. This time, someone kind of came away with the lead pretty early on and they stayed with it. For those newer players, the way Player of the Month works is I do not vote at all. Admins do not vote. This is 100% by you guys. It does not have to be something that you saw in game. It can be something that someone helped with on Discord. So let's say you were in the live channel and you had a really hard day and someone came in and they were really supportive to you. And you notice that person is really supportive to other people, things like that. You can recommend them. It does not have to be, oh, so-and-so gave me a sword when I lost my sword. That doesn't say much, does it? And ACO is more than a game. We are more than the Minecraft server itself. We are this community. And so if you guys see something positive that a community member is doing for you or even doing for others, don't ever hesitate to let them know. And you can do that by voting for them. We also have, if you guys all spin your little heads around, you'll see the bookcases over there. The bookcases have a little area. You can click the button. It gives you a book. You can write something positive. So let's say maybe you saw something very unique, but you think, yeah, they might not win it because nobody really saw it, but I did see it and I do want them recognized. You can go ahead and write a book. You put it into the chest. And then that comes to me and I get to see it. Okay, this month we didn't have any. So if you guys want to keep doing that, we can keep doing this. It's just a great way to honor each other. I mean, let's be real, 12 a year is all we get for player of the month. We have a lot of family members here, and you guys all do amazing things all the time. So even if you don't get player of the month, make sure that you still if you see something great, you can still let us know, and we will make sure that they get recognized here at player of the month. All right, so this particular player has been with us, I would say, not a long time, several months now. They've been very active. They are active in Discord. They're active in voice chats. They're active on ACO. They're active in our other games area. They're overall very active, and players are recognizing it. And so if I could get Mr. Flamingo Tech, aka Driver Tech, to come on up. You are you are April's player of the month. So congratulations. There were some very nice messages said about Driver, and they're all very they're solid. Drivers, everything that everyone said. I see them constantly in voice chats. They're always supportive. They like to have fun with you guys and kill you.
Yeah,
with consent, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're very helpful and supportive, and honestly has been a great friend to so many of you. And so it was really great to see you guys recognized. So Driver, let me take your picture. You want to take your armor off?
Congrats.
GG, Driver.
Thank you.
And
Congrats, Driver.
Thank you all.
Yep, hang on,
You're
guys.
welcome.
Well, you might want to fix the sign.
I'm doing it right now. Just a second. There we go. And oops, one more. Help if I had the right month here. And there we go. All right. So, and I have your head here ready to go. So if you could scooch over just a little bit. There you go. All right. So smile, cheese. I love saying cheese in Minecraft. All right. So guys, give it up for Driver. This is very exciting.
Well deserved.
Yeah, it's very well deserved. And sometimes we get the same people like, oh, so-and-so did great with birthday builds, or oh, so-and-so does great with this. But you know what? There's a lot of really good that happens that I see every day. And I'm really glad to see that you guys are seeing it too. So, all right. Well, thanks, Driver.
Driver, absolutely amazing. Well done.
All right. So, and I will get the rest of these updated as well as put you in the hall, as well as put you on the other podium. So
I'm proud to say I voted for you.
Nice. All right. So moving on, guys. Couple things I want to go over. We don't have a lot to talk about today. Overall, you guys are doing amazing. We do have some new channels. You guys saw the quote channel, the out of context quote channel, which is going to be very fun for us. But keep in mind with that, we are no discussions. So let's say somebody says a really funny quote, and like the earlier one, like your mama's basement. You can't reply to that and be like, that's so funny, or oh, ha ha ha. That stuff has to not be in the channel. In order for this channel to work, it has to just be the quotes. It's going to be one of those just quotes only. So that's, you can use reactions, things like that. No problem. Just no replying. If there's something very specific that you just have to say, go into off topic and then you can say it over there. Overall, you guys are using the channels very well, which, a few player of the months, I'm always like, guys, please start using the channels. You guys are doing a great job. ACO talk is getting a little bit more chitty chattier than things, specific to game. If that happens, don't hesitate to just remind each other gently, be like, hey, maybe we should talk about this and off topic. The reason why is, as you guys have all seen and died yourselves, sometimes when you die, you need to get someone's attention and be like, hey, can someone please hop on and help me, because I just lost all my stuff, and you guys know how that feels. And so if we have a whole conversation going on about an enchanted item or book, even though it might be game related, sometimes those long drawn out conversations can eat up a ton of chat to where someone that needs help is just not going to be seen. They're not going to get that. So just be a little bit careful with that. But overall, you guys are doing so great with it. A couple of things to go over, since we do have some newer players, is things like the channels. The channels that really stand out, that really need a lot of care, is things like the live channel. You guys know the rules. There's no screenshotting in there, no talking about it in there. If someone, and I'm just going to use an example. Who wants to be my example? Who? Me. Okay, Boomy. So,
Me.
so if Boomy, I'll use Boomy and Snowy. So if Boomy's in there talking about having an anxiety attack and they've had a really hard day and it's just they're really upset and you guys are all being amazing as always and you're supporting them. Snowy can't go into ACO talk and ping Boomy and say, "Hey, are you feeling better from your anxiety attack?" Okay, number one, we just took that to a whole nother channel, and two, we don't do that. So you can do that in that channel. You can comfort them the next day. Following up on someone's amazing. That means, hey, I actually took the time to think of you today, and I didn't even see you today. You know, it's doing that. You guys are able to do that, but just keep it in the right channel. The live channel can be very triggering for some players. And because of that, there are quite a few players that have asked to be completely removed from it. There's other players that have it muted. So it's really important that what happens in live channels stays in live channel. Same kind of goes for vent and rant. I've had players recently ask me about the difference between the two channels again. I just want to kind of briefly go over it. I know we've gone over it a lot, but I want to just one more time because we do have some newer players. If you are mad, okay, you're mad because your boss is making you work 2 extra hours and you're done and you want to go home and you're angry, that's vent and rant. If you're mad because your brother took your Switch and he drained it and now you're so excited to play Animal Crossing and you can't, that's vent and rant. If your sister is supposed to be doing something and they instead don't do it and now blamed you and now you're in trouble, vent and rant. Oh, your Fortnite card? Yeah. You don't have a brother, Nen. Those are things like that. Anything that you're just angry about, you know, or you just want to rant about, like, I can't believe my school's doing this. You know, I want to celebrate Autism Acceptance Month, and they told me no. Obviously, all of those go into vent and rant. It's literally the name of the channel, vent or rant. Now, life is different. Life needs to have some balance. We need things like positive things, like, hey, I just got a C plus on a math test, and I've never done that well. We're gonna support you and tell you you did a great job. I say that because I'm in the C plus crowd, and I know how hard it is to get a C plus on a math test. For those of you that don't know, C, that's like dead middle average. So thank you, Gustav. But we also need things. So we need those things. You guys have a lot of good stuff happening in your lives right now. I see you guys talk about it, but you don't talk in life about it. So let's say you got a new boyfriend or girlfriend. Let's say, you know, your grandpa's doing well. He came home from the hospital. Things like that. Make sure that you guys are also going to. One second, let me read the comment. So those are the things. So things like that, you want to, you know, save the positives that are happening in your life as well as the hard stuff. We know the hard stuff's there. We know it. I hesitate to use the channel sometimes because, you know, there's a lot of hard stuff going on. But even I the other day said, you know what, I was honest. I'm having a really hard time with some of the things that was happening. And so it's kind of like we want to make sure that we're able to be supported in that channel. If you are having an anxiety attack, if you're just in a really bad mental state, just really depressed, things like that, it's okay to say it in there. But listen to the support. Sometimes players will say stuff and then they just leave the channel and they're not able to actually hear what players say. If you're going to say something and you're going to let your friends and family know, listen to what they have to say, because I'll tell you guys, I am so proud at how you support each other. We are what I call a community server. We're community ran. I'm here. I light portals. I tell you to be good, but you guys run yourselves. We are very unique in that aspect. And one of the things I brag about to anybody that will listen is how you guys support each other. And I see that every day in the live channel. I even see that in the Vent Rant channel. I see it all over the place. And I want you guys to be as proud of that as I am proud of seeing you guys do that. Okay. So just remember that. Remember, keep that stuff in there. Keep that into the channels. Blues tells us to be good. Yes, I do tell you to be good. So now, if you are allowed to hit reply to someone, we ask turn ping off if you remember. I know it's sometimes hard to remember that. But let's say Snowy's in there talking about how yesterday his sister got bit by a dog, which actually happened, and or maybe the day before, I don't know. So anyway, yes, it did. So I mean, it might, let's say Millie is not on for another 8 hours, but Millie sees it and Millie's like, oh my gosh, that's wow. And she can do that. Or I'm sorry, they can do that. They can go in and say, hey, Snow, I read what happened. I really hope that Peanut's okay. That's okay to do. It doesn't have to be that minute. It can be hours later. One thing I will say though is if you, let's say a player says something pretty hard, like I just witnessed a fatality accident, or my grandma just died, or my mom just died, or something and we've had this, I say this because we've had it, then now is not necessarily the time to complain or vent or talk about something that's pretty minor. This is where I ask you guys to remember to be sensitive to each other, okay? If someone comes in with something that's pretty hard and they need the support from everyone, let them get it. Don't come in and say something that honestly could have waited a little while, because what happens when that happens is that message that they desperately needed support with gets bogged down over something else. If you have to say, I hate to cut in, but I need to say this, probably might should wait, okay? If it's something that's important, serious, like the other one, go ahead and say it. We can support as many players as we can support at once. But at the same time, we need to be very sensitive to when someone does have something pretty traumatic go on, and then someone comes in after, and it's just more of they're just more upset about something. We just need to be very sensitive to that. So, does anyone have questions on that before I move on? If you guys have a question, you can unmute and ask a question.
I kind of experienced the over talking sort of thing. I never really used the live channel, and when I was going through a really bad patch a few days ago, I messaged something and I just felt like I was on my own, and then suddenly someone else posted something after me.
Okay.
Which was like, no.
Yeah, and that's kind of exactly what I'm talking about. It's like literally exactly what I'm talking about, and it's happened a few times. So here's another thing I want to say to guys. Let's say someone talks about something that you cannot relate with. You never had a job, you don't know what it's like to get fired, or you don't know what it's like. You don't have to understand what happened to support. Sometimes it can just be hugs. Sometimes it can just be a reaction. You can give a reaction, a heart, things like that. But I'll tell you, it's hard to be sometimes the one that does post something and nobody says anything. It can make you feel pretty lonely, and it can make you feel like you don't really matter. So let's be really careful with things like that. I've had to talk to a couple of our teams about stuff like that. And now I'm kind of talking as a group about that. So even if you can't relate, even if it's something something that's going on that you have something else you're worried about, just throw a heart, something, so that you know that you are heard and you're validated. Validating someone on how they feel is one of the best gifts you can give someone, especially when someone's starting to question, am I crazy? Like, is this just me? Why is this just me? If you validate them and let them know, no, it's not, I understand, I don't know how to support you, I'm not we're not therapists, we're not able to do that. But at the same time, just showing love and support sometimes can mean the world to someone. The right words at the right time can really make or break someone, and that's what we're about. And you guys do, like I said, you guys do a fantastic job with this on as it is. Let's just try to make sure that it's very inclusive. All right, a couple more things. We have the calendar. Has everyone seen the calendar? You guys all seen it by now?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, perfect.
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen it. Okay, so we actually have a channel. It is up in, I think it's at the top if I remember correctly. We have a lot of channels, guys.
It's just above ACO talk.
There it is, ACO calendar. It's under ACO channels. Yep.
I noticed it, but I haven't downloaded it.
Okay, there's a link there. So this has our stuff on it. Occasionally, we will have to change some things. Occasionally, there will become a time that, we're unfortunately just going to have to do things. Like today, the support group had to change due to the fact that we had to do the event instead. So next week, we won't have anything. The following week, we will go back to the support groups. For those of you that are not familiar with that, we have groups called Friends Supporting Friends. And this is a chance for us to talk about autism. Last time we talked about masking. We've talked about different things. And so that will continue to start being regular. Like I said, the Easter event on EC just kind of threw us for a loop. And then, of course, us having our server shut down for a little bit messed with our event. So, all right. So make sure you guys are looking at that. If you see an error on it, please let us know. We're human. We make errors all the time. So especially with times, things like that, the conversion on it is a mess as far as we're putting things in Eastern Standard Time, but it starts to change the times at some point. So But use that. You can overlay it with your own Google Calendar if you guys use Google Calendar. That's why we went with Google. So
Love the fact that my birthday is tax day.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff is just on there. We try to keep holidays there. And so, yeah, you might do that. You don't have a calendar? Okay, well, you can just glance at ours. We will be printing, doing a screenshot of each month. So that way you can glance at it if you don't want to download it. All right. Couple of things. Oh, Fly Day, guys. You get Fly Day here in a little bit. Once Player of the Week ends, I will not make you wait till the weather fight's over because I know some of you participate, some of you don't. We will go ahead and I'll get that activated. Instead of just 24 hours, you guys will actually get to go until restart tomorrow. So I think in the end, it's going to come out to about 30 hours. So you guys will have that. But with Fly Day comes responsibilities, right? So responsibilities is no loading chunks just to load them. Just because you can fly doesn't mean you should just zoom around and fly everywhere you can. The reason for that is it loads chunks, which number one causes some lag. And two, it loads those chunks so that when we do update to like 117, we're going to have a harder time finding the newer areas. When we updated to 116, guys, don't get AFK kicked. You can't. When we went to 116, we did expand our world borders. Our world border is larger than AC's. Okay, we have a lot of area, but at the same time, if you guys fly around, like one time we had a fly day and we had players thought it would be fun just to hit all the world borders and they loaded a ton of chunks. Let's not do that. We call this under the what rule, guys?
Don't be a
Don't be that
Richard.
guy.
Don't be that guy
Yeah.
rule. Don't be that lad.
Exactly. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Is there a
Don't.
rule on it? No, it's the don't be that guy rule. So it's really important that you guys don't do
And
this.
don't be Richard.
Don't be that goose. I love it. So, all right.
Recipe to do goal.
So yeah, so that's it. So just be very careful with it. I'm proud of you guys. I am so sorry that things happened. As you guys know, it affected me just as much as it affected you, if not more. But we're past that. We're moving forward. We're looking forward. And you guys were really cool about it. You had your server closed on our day, Autism Acceptance Day. Big day for us, and it got closed, and I cannot apologize enough for it. But what I can do is give you guys a day to fly around and have some fun. You guys can do. I'd love to see you guys do some PvP fighting. That's always fun. Go into one of the arenas and challenge each other with flight. That's cool. You can hold on one second. I see questions coming in.
Austin,
I'm
Hey,
not
Paul,
how
sure
did you
what you're
get
talking about.
slain by a stick?
How did that? You guys remember the rules? We no dying at events includes player of the month. So please no dying. It's just this is the one little time that we ask you not to die. So please respect that. Hang on, Black Navy. I'll have to check all that when we're done. I don't know the list of that. I'll have to get it after. All right, so flying. You guys, things that you can go do. End rating. That's really big. Building sky bases is always really cool to see you guys do. You can use it for whatever you'd like to use it for, but just enjoy it. This is for you. This is a thank you from myself and Alyssa. As you guys know, Alyssa is on break right now. What happened the other day was hard for her, and that's putting it lightly. And so she's taking a little break to kind of process some of that, and she'll be back. She just needs some time. And so you guys are just kind of stuck with me again for a while. Sorry about that. And let's see what else to go over. Does anyone have any questions right now? Anything anyone wants to talk about?
Space just asked, has AF ever apologized to what happened last week to the ACO players?
He has apologized to admin. And admin. That's all I'll say. It's still an ongoing thing. There's a lot of hurt right now. There's a lot of mistrust, things like that, as you guys can imagine. But we are moving forward as a server. We're moving forward as a community with ACO. We're doing really good things. You guys were able to go to Disney. This is something that has been in the works for about 2 months, if that gives you an idea. Disney was shown to us. I actually discovered it through TikTok first. A couple other players discovered it through TikTok. Riley was one of the ones. Her and then started going there and having a good time. And I was like, why are you guys always over there? What's over there? Ended up going over there. I met with the owners. I wanted to make sure if my own kid is going to be there, it's going to be extremely safe. So for some of you that have been on, you've seen they clear chat faster than I can blink. They have about 150 people watching chat at all times, whereas we have one. Okay. If that gives you an idea of how safe it is there, I would not ever suggest you guys go anywhere that is not safe. This is similar to Hypixel. You guys are there, can go there as a group.
But
you
it's
go
a lot
there.
quieter.
It's a lot quieter, and there's no toxic chat. As you guys know, that you play Hypixel, a lot of toxic stuff happens there. Here it is just not allowed. If anything, between the two servers, Disney is just a million times more safe. It just is, plain and simple. There's no going around it. We do ask that you don't interact with the other, players. If somebody is really nice and they give you, ears, people are really nice there. If someone gives you ears, of course you say thank you, things like that. But at the same time, we're not going around to make new friends with them. We're not friending people. You're remembering the ACO rules, things like that. Let's see, what else do they? Ears. You guys saw the autism acceptance ears. When I talked to them, I had a meeting with both the owners. This was about corn muffin.
Gave me one yesterday.
This is this is I met with the owners and I talked to them and I said, look, I've got this server and I've got players that I know would love this, but we obviously don't let them play on other servers, except for Hypixel. And they went, oh, really? And that tells you how even they feel about the toxic side of Hypixel. So we did do a lot of work with them. They are in the process of making calm rooms for us. They want your ideas. What calm rooms would you guys like to see? We're also making it so that they will possibly in the very near future have a chat feature where you guys could go into your own channel where it's just you guys. You guys can talk to each other freely. You don't have to worry about other players. We have a lot of things in the works with them, but your safety is their number one concern right now. And then the other thing that they are really big on is inclusion. They have a lot of their staff members had not come out as autistic until this. I did ask them, I said, it'd be really cool. It's Autism Acceptance Month. Any chance of us getting some autism acceptance ears? And look, we got them, right? We got them. And did this just help us? It did help us, but did it help many other? Yes, it did. Last night, I was in a call with some of their staff when they dropped, and I was watching players left and right, not our ACO players, just players left and right saying, I have autism too. I have ears. These are for me. It made me want to cry. I heard staff members say, I've never told anybody this, but I'm on the autism spectrum. I'm on the spectrum too. And I wanted to cry again. Some of the guys in those calls were crying. This was really big, and this is because of ACO. So when they did have a message about that and say that they're partnering with us, that's amazing. Do they have to donate to a charity? No, they're doing that because they want to help, and that's how huge these guys' hearts are. Tomorrow, karaoke time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Both the owners, Ryan and Darren, will be here as special guests. You guys are able to talk to them. You are able to ask them questions. If you have questions about safety, ask them. If you have questions about how do you make these rides work, is it command blocks? What is it? They will answer as much as they can, okay? But remember, they are special guests. We will I don't necessarily want to go to the meeting style unless I have to. The unique thing about ACO and special guests is that you guys have always been able to be unmuted. But at the same time, you have to show respect. You have to wait your turn, ask questions, let them do some talking. Most importantly, guys, thank them. Thank them for doing this for us. Thank them for caring about our little server. In the big world, we're not much to them, but they took the time to do this. I've had multiple meetings with them. We have other things in the works for you guys. So thank them. Let them know that we Otcraft Obsidian, remember, ACO only, AC cannot do this. We appreciate them. If you're posting on social media, one of the things I asked was not to post on social media. It's already was happening, so I kind of ran with it and did a post from ACO. That did not go over very well. I had to delete it, but I did post it from my own account. You guys are welcome to. The concern with that is if an Otcrafter follows you, they might be like, oh, hey, we can go there too. Not the case. You can't tell them no, but you also cannot invite them to it. It's really important. It's like Hypixel. Would you guys invite Luca to Hypixel? No. Would you invite any Outcrafter to Hypixel? No. On ACO, are you guys allowed to go to Hypixel together as a group following ACO rules and in our channels? Absolutely. It's the same with Disney. It's the same. You guys can do that, but again, it has to stay here. You have to stay together. If you see an Outcrafter there, which I'm there a lot and I see people all the time, don't interact with them. You can say hi, but it doesn't become a, hey, let's all meet here again tomorrow and we ride the ride again. It's just their players there. Again, this server is very popular. TikTok blew it up. Like their TikToks have been amazing. They do a lot of great things for a lot of different organizations. They even do stuff with the Miracle Network, which is hospitals, letting very sick kids get the Disney experience in their rooms. I'm talking, there's a lot of great things, and these two guys that are going to be here tomorrow are pretty amazing. I'm telling you right now, do not friend them, do not DM them. I'm talking specifically to one of you right now. Do not DM them. If you know they're coming here as a guest to talk to you guys and let you guys ask questions. But remember, they are very busy. And when I say very, very busy, they are very, very busy. All right, this keeps coming up. I'm going to go ahead and say, we think you're talking about. Okay, they do have, listen to me on this, is very, very, very clearly on this. This is important. Again, this is, we're testing this stuff out. Do they have a Discord? Yes, they do. Are you guys allowed to join it? No, not necessarily. It's another Discord server. We cannot invite you to that at all. If you guys are already there, if you found it on your own, things like that, that's one thing. But again, this has to be treated very, very, very carefully. I know you guys all play on other servers. We all do. I know you guys are in other Discords because of the other servers. We all do. Okay. Do we talk about it? No, we don't. Okay. It's an area we do not talk about. If you are on one and you see another person on one, that stays between you guys. You guys do not come over here and say, oh, we had so much fun on this other Discord server. Oh, we had so much fun on this. Remember the rules, okay? We're testing this out. This is very, very delicate. When I say it's delicate, I mean it's very delicate. You guys have to show the same responsibility here that you do on Hypixel, okay? Which means no interacting with other players. You're there to play a game. On Hypixel, there, you're there to ride a ride with your friends on ACO in the ACO call. All right. Keep all screenshots into that Disney one, just like you do with Bed Wars, same kind of thing. Oh, hi, Cal. Keep all that there. And again, no posting on Engine about it. Things like that is going to make the younger players go, oh, I want to go play with them there. You guys know these younger kids like want so bad to be on ACO, right? You guys know that. You see countdowns. We have what's Peanut's countdown right now, Snowy?
Like 1,000 something.
Yeah,
Like, it's
1,000
massive.
something days. Like we have a lot of players that have been literally counting down the days to be here. If they see that we're over there, they might join over there just to hang out with us. You guys are the cool kids. You see that, right? You guys are, you know, when younger kids look up to the older kids and they're like, wow, I'm not necessarily calling you all kids. It's just an example. But that's what it is. And so when I say we have to treat this responsibly, we have to treat this responsibly. Does anybody have any specific questions about this at all? About Disney, about how this works, about what's allowed, what's not allowed? I would much rather you guys ask questions than just assume. What's your question, Ice? Yeah, screenshots. You can do screenshots on Twitter. Your Twitter is your own. AF made a big tweet about that not too long ago, saying you can post whatever you want on Twitter. It's your own. We can't argue that. So there you go. I'm just looking for questions. If you guys have questions, yep. Purple Dragon's counting it down. I remember when Riley was counting it down, and now she's 17. So it goes fast.
They grow up so fast.
Your engine is technically your own, but you have to remember your engine friends are not your Twitter friends. Your engine friends are pretty much only, for the most part, other Outcrafters. And I know for myself, my engine friends are about 50% ACO members and about 50% AC members. And there's some young ones out there, very young. So you just need to be very, very, very careful. I was counting down. Oh, yep. Did you have a question, Ice, that I missed? karaoke still tomorrow. Actually, nope, because, well, let's say it's Disney themed, but it's no longer karaoke. That's the time slot that they could come talk to us. So therefore, karaoke tomorrow will be instead us getting to talk to the Disney server owners. By the way, with that really quickly, also, this is one of those things that you do not want to be like, hey, it'd be really cool if you had this or that. It's just, it's not that it's insulting. It's just that they work really, really hard on making sure everything is as perfect as possible. So let's not try to be like, hey, this would be better if you did this, things like that. They get enough of that from the general public. Let's just be really appreciative for everything that they do. Okay. I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. They will not be coming into game. They're just going to be here in the Discord talking to you guys. Oh no, it's tomorrow, Max. It's tomorrow.
Blue, what if could we hang out on there doing what we talk to them?
You guys can, yeah, we can be over there if you guys want. So
Okay, I feel that'd be fitting.
Yep. I mean, as long as we're in a group, like I said.
Yeah.
Again, remember the rules of this. It's just like Hypixel. So
Blue, did you say something about calm room suggestion?
yes. So and put that in the Disney channel. I'm going to be going through. I've already let them know of a few of our ideas, but they want to know what we would like. This is about Octcraft, or I'm sorry, ACO. This is about ACO. Them wanting to give us calm rooms. That's them being them. That's how big their hearts are. That they're willing to put their Imagineers to work for something for us. Disney heads for ACO. That's actually a really good idea. Maybe we can have like a Disney day where we all go, and we can have cool heads. We have the ears over there, so we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, we like invaded them in groups sometimes.
Drive-in. Ooh,
Disney driving day.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you skin makers get ready because we're probably gonna need some cool skins.
We're getting a lot of skins this time.
All right. Does anyone have any other questions regarding how this works with the server? I wanted to announce it sooner. Like I said, we had a lot of things kind of happening. You know, as you guys are aware, some server issues, staff issue type of stuff. And so I was kind of holding off on this. AF has not been a part of ACO for quite a while, but he's not been in the Discord here for about 6 weeks, and I had no way of reaching him. So I went to the other admins, and we sat and talked with the other admins. All the admins have been here. They've all checked it out. A lot of them play there. And then Alyssa and I had a meeting, and we agreed that if we allow Hypixel, which, like I said, in the end, it's just a lot more toxic, there's no reason we can't agree here. Oh, one other important rule. They do have a creative server. You are not allowed to use that while with ACO. Okay? You're not allowed to use that because now it's not just an entertainment game you're doing. Now it's actually something that you're doing over on their server. This is meant to go over and play and have fun. And then, okay, it's not I mean, obviously for people like Riley, you AFK there 24/7, but she also runs 2 instances, so she can do that. But yeah, it's entertainment purposes only. It's a entertainment server. It's like a mini game server, only instead of the Bed Wars you're playing, you're riding Splash Mountain, you're watching the Happily Ever After show, things like that. So
Blue, I have a question about it.
what's up? Okay, what's your question?
So if I don't know where an attraction is, can I ask in chat there, like?
You can talk to the staff. The staff are amazing, and they do know about you guys. They even talked to me about having them come in and talk to them a little bit about autism, recognizing some things. The fact that they want that is amazing. Like, it's just amazing because they don't know sometimes if a player is having a meltdown or if they're overwhelmed. I told them calm rooms would help all around. They're not just for you guys, but calm rooms in general, because it can be very overwhelming, especially for a younger player. So yes, you can ask them questions. Just don't interrogate them. Like don't go at them. But if you can't find something, ask questions.
But yeah, but like if I like sometimes like I was just asking public chat, like, hey, what's the warp for Splash Mountain? I just do that now.
Exactly. And if someone does a thing and they say group ride at Warp SSE, and you guys want to get the points, because obviously you get the points, you're welcome to do that. You don't have to talk to anybody. It's just a group ride. It's, a lot of people on a ride. You don't have to not, you can't have an experience where you're in a ride and there's not other people. You don't have to talk to those people. People rarely talk to each other. Sometimes someone will say like, hey, where did you get that hat? And you know what I do when they ask me that? I throw them my hat. I do it all the time. Well, all but one of my hats because it's special, but that's what you do. So anyone that did not get an autism acceptance ears, which if you guys look at the channel, you'll see all that. If you did not get that, let me know. I bought as many points as I had. I'm out of points. Riley, not to call you out, but Riley has an abundance of points. Riley probably has, last I saw, around 30,000 points. So if we have to, Riley will be the one. I will tell you guys. Yep. And same with PG. A lot of us, I bought 30 hats already to give out, and I think I'm down to 5 if that says anything. I'll tell you really quickly though, for the hats, they are donating. Every person that buys a hat, 50%, 50 cents of that is going to go to a charity that we as ACO chose. They're very good. There's no controversy with them. It's an excellent charity. We did a really good job taking our time thinking about this one. And we will be, but here's the thing. As of this morning, like keep in mind, they dropped in the middle of the night last night. As of this morning already, and this was hours ago, I heard this, 122 players had already bought hats. That's not how many hats are sold. That's how many individual players have bought them. So keep in mind, half of you guys were given to them, so you didn't buy them, right?
So basically the hats, like not like I can, if I buy 20, they donate 10, basically.
Basically, exactly.
Okay.
So, but keep in mind, just the players alone, 122 players have already bought this hat. And like I said, I bought a lot of you guys hats, so you haven't each bought a hat. So imagine like that's that many people that just in these 8-10 hours that it's been live, keeping in mind half of it was nighttime. That's a lot of people that also love this, that also felt the need. Minecraft is very well known for being an autistic's favorite game. Yes, there's memes, haha, but it's true. We like it. And so a big server like this that's giving kids a chance to go to Disney that maybe you can't go to Disney in real life. Maybe it's too overwhelming. It is. It's very overwhelming. I've taken Riley, I think we've gone twice. It's overwhelming. And that's with the disability pass. It's still very hard. And so this gives you, for those of you that are already been, this gives you that opportunity to get to experience it. No, Riley, you went twice, but the other time you were really little. This gives you an opportunity to get to experience something kind of like our concert series, right? The same thing. We do the concert series. It gives you a feeling of what it's like without actually having to go. It kind of does the same. So this is pretty awesome that they do this. It's free there. Do they have a rank system? They do. It has some perks. It's up to you. You don't have to donate to them. You don't get a different experience than somebody with the highest rank than no rank. There's no experience difference at all other than one gift shop. That's it. And fly. And then of course you get to meet with them, but guess what? You guys get to meet with them tomorrow anyway. That's what people pay for, and you're getting that tomorrow for free. So, all right. Any questions before we wrap it up? The items, I will be taking those later today and getting the chest buried. I'm not going to say where it's at because some of you guys have access to build here, and last thing we want is anyone tampering with it. It will be known
What
where
are you
it's
saying,
at.
Blue? That all of us are gonna go and get it.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So, and Neve, I will get all that during the. Did you say you already posted it? Is that what you're saying? Hold on, let me get into ACO talk.
I don't have any questions.
ACO talk. Nope. Okay. So there's asking, if we can say, if we need to get a list of who, if you guys can get to Neve, let's do this. Neve, if you don't mind taking this. There's a question for the games. Who died? Who had the most kills? Things like that. So if you guys can get that, that would be great. So that way.
And Blue, I have a quick question.
Oh, let me see.
I know we have the Disney text channel and the Disney voice channel. Could we move that like down into voice. Since we use it so often, I don't want to have to expand that section
I
every
would
time.
like to keep that with the game section, because that way this is very specific. That way, if someone's just in chill channel, they don't just hop into Disney just to chit chat. If you hop in Disney, it's because you're on Disney with us. Just like if you hop
Okay.
in the Fortnite channel, you're probably playing Fortnite or you want it streamed so that you can see it. On this one, we say no streaming, and the reason for that is because you would be streaming chat that others can see. So it is posted in ASO Talk, by the way. So if you guys can check that out, that's pretty amazing. Thank you for doing that, Neve. That looks great. All right. Any questions before we head over to Player of the Week? As soon as Player of the Week's over, I will enable Fly. You guys will get to do that. Blue is your Sienna Hypixel. It is on there, but you have to, my understanding, and I can let Snow talk about this. My understanding is you have to get 30 players together. Is that correct, Snow?
You can play publics in squads, and that's teams of 3. But if we want to play like as an ACO group, like play an ACO UHC, we need at least 20 of us.
20. Okay, that's what it is. And we have talked about doing that. So if that's something that you guys want to do, I know Snow had wanted to head that up. We could maybe get 20 people to play that. So.
Hey, Blue, there's one other thing that you're missing. No.
What's that?
You didn't mention the books of those other players to be honored.
I did first when I first got here, and when I checked it right before, I did not see a book. So let me check and see if one maybe got put after the fact. Is there? Did you put a book in there? Because I'm not seeing the book.
Yeah, I put 2 in there.
Was it today or was it prior to today? There wasn't. I don't see any books. Not.
That's okay. That's okay. We can deal with that later.
Okay, I can once I get them, I can make sure that they get noted, and if we have to do it next time, we can. But yeah, we'll make sure that they get honored. So. All right, guys.
Okay,
well,
then.
that's it. I will see you guys. We're gonna head over to or can someone? Yeah, we'll get you a sword, boy. Don't worry about that. So welcome to the new players. We have a few new players here. Since last
voice
month.
chat. Look in voice chat. But,
Look in voice chat. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Hey, Blue. Excuse me, Blue.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, DJ. Hang on. Unless you had a very, very specific question, can you hold on?
No. I was just letting you know. I'll speak to you again later.
Okay. So really quickly. So yes, the eating and drinking unmuted in calls. I don't want. Thank you for that. For the reminder. I don't want to have to say that you guys have to enable certain things. You know, a lot of it comes down to common courtesy. I've had to tell a few players, can you please mute? Mod, do you mind if I use you as an example?
You can. Yeah, I don't care.
Well, it is normally Mod.
So Mod's a great example. Mod often will get stuck in his throat, things like that, and I'll be like, Mod, can you please mute? Thank you. Let's not ever do that again. Let's mute. If you're eating things, if you're eating something quietly and it's not, but you know, if you don't see your mic picking up, your mic turns green, by the way, the little circle. You're okay. But if you're eating chips and things like that, it can actually be very hard to hear. It can trigger some players, things like that. Mute yourself. There
also,
are things.
Push to speak is a lifesaver.
Okay, so basically just don't be the person with potato chips and from the mic.
But it's not just. I mean, I don't want to say. If I just say potato chips, then you guys are all. Oh, sorry, crisp for you UK players. It's one of those things. You know, again. There are things that you can do. That was posted about the sensitivity. You can change the sensitivity on your Discord settings. Push to talk is amazing. I use push to talk quite a bit these days. I used to not use it ever. But often, if I'm eating at my desk because it's the only time I have to eat. So I will actually do that in Patreon.
Yeah, and it takes a little while to adjust to, but I have never been off push to talk. I'm just always on it, and it takes a while, but it's really nice once you've adjusted to it.
It's a nice alternative.
But yeah.
It is very hard to use on the phone. It's a nice alternative to you guys having to be muted and then just unmuting every time you want to say something. Is if you're on your on phone, it's difficult. But if you're not on your phone, if you're on your desktop or something, push to talk is pretty great.
And Crisp is also good to use. It works well now. It didn't work so good, but it's working now.
Yeah, that's good.
Noise cancellation thing. It stops. I can eat potato chips and my mic doesn't get picked up with noise cancellation on.
Exactly, noise cancellation. There's and that's what got posted. So for some of you that saw that, that's great. But just remember, guys, I mean, we're listening. If you have a dog barking really bad, or your mom or sisters or someone and they're doing dishes and it's really loud, just remember we're hearing all of it. We're autistic. We have sensitive hearing. I know I do. I do. A lot of us do. And I don't want anyone to be rude and be like, can you please stop? Which has happened. Sometimes players, they wait too long to say something and now they're saying something and it's coming off as rude, and they're not meaning to be rude. It's just background noise can be very hard. I have extremely sensitive hearing. So I know for me, like, even if like a radio's on and the TV's on, I actually like kind of start to go into a meltdown because there's too much. My brain just starts screaming. There's too much to listen to. So, all right. Is there anything else anyone wanted to bring up before we all get to
I think you were going to talk about. I haven't got anything to bring up. But I think you were going to mention new players.
Oh, just welcoming you guys. Yeah. So we have, let's see here. We've got Yeet Boy, we've got KJ, we've got UK Aaron, we've got Mario Germs, also known as Evan, also known as, what is it you go by in game? There you go. And for those of you, if you haven't had me yet about the rules of ACO, the rules of Discord, I will get with you later today or tomorrow. But we do have very specific rules that go with specific channels, especially the Discord. Like I said, ACO is a small part of ACO is the Minecraft game itself. A larger part of ACO is this community. And so Discord is very important to us. A lot of the players will tell you this is home. This is family. This is not just my friend. This is our family. It is. It's family. So welcome to you guys. You're going to really quickly see you're really quickly going to see what the ACO experience is about, and it's something that I treasure, and I learned last week and exactly how much I do treasure. So, and I'm sure you guys all feel the same way. All right, so let's you guys got about 7 minutes. So we can hop out of this call. Oh, you know what? We don't even have to hop out of it. We're in the player of the month call. It works out.
All right.
Actually, this is an interesting question I had. Do things that people do well on ACO carry over to AC, or is it because they're separate servers that doesn't make any difference?
Wait, what was the beginning of your question?
I was just saying, if let's say, for example, Driver Tech does something really nice on ACO, that does not. I don't imagine that has any effect on anything, any rewards or any kind of.
Totally separate. Yep, totally
fair
separate.
enough.
That's why it's like earlier or yesterday, I think when you did something great, I was like, man, I'd give you a CBA if I could, but I can't because we
yeah,
don't
no, it's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah, they are very separate. We are not the same at all. We are the same in the sense of we're
person.
Ocrap, they're Ocrap Obsidian, but our rules are different. What we're allowed to do is here different. It's really important you remember when you're on ACO, the things you can do versus AC. Can't cross over. There's no like, oh, well, you forgot what server you're on. It's okay. We understand. We don't. It's one of those things, on AC, you have to act AC appropriate. And ACO, you are AC appropriate. On Hypixel and now on Disney, you're ACO appropriate. Okay. And those rules just carry through. We have event rules, meaning like today, when we do things like this, as far as the swearing goes, no swearing's allowed. You guys know the swearing is only reactionary, only in voice. The only exception to that ever is in the vent, or I'm sorry, not the vent channel, in the live channel. And if you are to swear, it has to be use a spoiler word. And you can't just swear to swear, it has to go with whatever you're saying, story you're telling, whatever's going on. You guys know the rules. You guys know them. If anyone has specific questions on that, you can always check with me later, but you guys know that stuff. So all right, guys. Well, I'm going to log out of here and head back over to AC.
Awesome.
And I need to really quickly catch up on what's going on AC.
Well, that's the player of the month this week or this month. Just watching.